All right, let's get going, you guys. Welcome. We're going to do some yoga stretch today. This is going to be a great hip opener. We're going to hit the back of the legs, the front of the legs, everything. Everyone's camera is disabled, so if you are joining us live, you can't turn on your camera, or do anything. But I will periodically check the chat if you guys are saying anything. Hopefully we don't have any issues. So grab some water, put it next to you. We're going to start down on the mat first. And then, yeah, let's get going. I am going to just turn my camera just a tiny little bit here because I'm big on lines. And then we'll get going. All right. Yes. There we go. Okay. All right, everyone come on down and have a seat. I'm going to start off with my sweats on and my beanie on, just to keep all the body heat in and to warm up. Sit crisscross applesauce, lift your body up with your hands and sit down. And then you're going to take the fatty part of your butt and kind of lift up and just rock back and forth. If you have a fitness tracker, please start it. Give yourself some credit for this yoga class. Put it on yoga. We're going to sit and just ground ourselves. I want you to focus on your sits bones. So those bones like right underneath your booty, make sure they're both planted. I want you to start thinking about your spine stacking all the way up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Chest is out. Maybe you want to tilt your head side to side just a little bit. See where any stiffness is in your neck. What do you need to let go of today? Good. And as we go, I'll be taking off beanie. I'll be taking off sweatshirt once we get flowing. Take those hands, place them up on top of the legs. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths with me. In through the nose. Hold at the top. And audible exhale out. Start grounding yourself, prepping your body for this yoga class. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Deep breath in the nose. Close your eyes. Nothing to see, and out. Very good. Take both hands on the floor, and you're just going to bend to the left and to the right. I want you to think about keeping the hip down and creating space here. Kind of like along the waist, the love handle area. See if anything's tight just by doing this. Many people, when they get into yoga, they haven't even touched their toes yet for the day. They haven't bent to the side. All right, center yourself back out. We're going to place the left hand on the ground. We're going to extend the right all the way up, pushing that right hip down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come with me over to the side, putting the pressure into that left arm and stretching. Letting it go. Stay here, a couple deep breaths in. Again, pushing that right hip down, creating space between the rib and the hip. One more deep breath in, up. Exhale, hand comes down. Good. Left one comes up. And exhale, using that hand on the ground to support us. Couple breaths here. Maybe you go just a little bit deeper. Again, connecting that left hip to the mat. It wants to come up. We're not going to let it. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. This time, right arm comes up. And when we exhale, we're going to bring it down onto that left knee. Sitting up tall. Good. Inhale and unwind on your exhale. One more deep breath in, left up. And exhale, nice spinal rotation. Don't do anything too hard. We're just warming up the spine. We're getting it going. Good. Inhale. Exhale, unwind. Awesome. Bring your feet out in front and then hands back behind. Place them on the mat. And we're just going to do our windshield wipers. This is one of my staple moves before I work out. Any class that I teach, this is a move that we are always doing. Good. Do 2 more. Pay attention to what's getting hung up. Maybe this hurts a knee. Maybe you're really tight on your hips and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even get it down to the floor. Pay attention to that. Center it back out. Bring both feet in. And we're going to see where we land today with this move. Feet touching. Sit up tall. And if you don't look like me, that's okay. Remember, you can keep your feet out here. Maybe that's where you're at. Some people will be like this and they're like, this is all I got. And that's okay. I'm pretty flexible in this move. I'm going to inch it in and we're going to rock side to side. Just enjoy this move. Start letting your hips open and melt no matter where that is for you. And we're going to slowly, slowly bend forward. We're not going to stay here. We're going to come right back up. Inhale down. Exhale, coming up. Awesome. One more time. Inhale, coming down. See what side. Maybe one's a little bit more tighter than the other. And back up. Let's see our hamstrings. We're going to take the left out, take the right out. And I always like using the mat as a guide. Because if you center yourself and you take your heel directly with the corner, you're pretty flexible. If your heels need to come in and the mat hits you kind of right at your Achilles tendon, still pretty flexible. Be where you need to be at. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hinge forward. And we're going to sit up. Ooh, I had hamstrings yesterday. I'm feeling this. We're going to hinge forward and up. One more time. Inhale down. Good. Exhale. Coming up, we're going to take that right leg, bring it in, open up that left a little bit more. Again, using your hands behind you, lift up, set down, place that hand on the shin. That's going to be your support. We're going to inhale that right arm up and exhale, bend, stretching. Again, connecting the right hip down. And I really want you to connect on focusing on stretching the lat, giving space in the rib and through the oblique. We do not realize how tight these muscles get because we don't bend like this. We just don't move. We don't give love to our body like we should. Inhale up, exhale, come down. We're going to swap it out before we turn and do anything else. Right comes out, left comes in. Again, lift yourself up, sitting tall. Left arm comes up, inhale, hand on the shin, exhale, coming over, pushing that left hip down. And again, if I'm not pinned for you, make sure you pin me. So I am big on your screen. Create some space, stay open, no falling forward, stay open. And then back up and out. Good, bring that knee in. Let's check in our wipers. Feet in front, hands behind us. We're just gonna take it back and forth. Let's see how we feel. See if we feel a difference at all here. Good, 2 more. Awesome, bring it on back. Lift yourself up, left comes out, right comes in. This time, we're gonna turn and face that leg as much as we can, bringing that right shoulder around, and we're gonna hinge forward very gently. See how this feels, check in with your body. If you can, walk those arms out, crawling and walking those right fingers out. If that left hand can come down to the foot, go for it. Maybe you can hook your pants, maybe you can grab the back. Again, we're just creating space, warming up the body, not holding anything too long yet. Bring it in, swap it out. Make sure we're breathing with every move, even if I don't cue it for you. Sitting up tall, rotating, bringing that left shoulder around. Exhaling into the move. Maybe you walk those left fingers out. Maybe the right can come to the foot or the leggings, top of the foot. Breathe into it. Nice, slowly coming back out. Bring both feet together, wipers again. Let's see if we got even more of an improvement. Feet in front. We're gonna take it side to side. Again, when you're doing this move and you're leaning back, keep your core engaged. Do not let that core go. 2 more. Maybe you get some pops and cracks out of there. And 1, good. Let's come on to our all fours. So come onto your knees, hands. Still not ready to take the sweatshirt and beanie off yet, and that's okay. If you're not either and you got some layers on, keep them on for now. We're going to take the wrist directly underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under for this move, spread the fingertips, grip your mat, chin down, and we want a nice flat back. So our ear, shoulder, and hips all line up. Holding here, now engage the belly button. Stay right here, is all you have to do. Slowly take your tailbone and just tuck the tailbone. Let's see how tight that is. And then come neutral. Again, tuck the tailbone. See how tight that is? And then back neutral. 2 more times. Good. If it's really, really tight, you're going to feel like just very little movement in there. and release. Good. Chin's lifted. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to drop that belly. Chin comes up. And then exhale, round over. Good. Deep breath in. Chin comes up. Feel the abs. Drop it down to the floor. Pay attention to what's sore. Exhale, roll forward. Nice. Maybe you just do a little head tilt while you're under. Deep breath in. Flip those hips up. And then exhale. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. And exhale, round, 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 round. Full round. Good. Curl those toes under. Come back and extend forward. If this hurts your knees and you cannot sit butt on heels, that's okay. You can take it out to a child's pose, knees come out, or you can just stay right here, okay? And just keeping your butt up if needed. But if you can, melt into this move, chin down to the floor. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to walk it out. And you're going to take your right hand and walk it out. Let's do that one more time. Left hand walk out. Right hand walk out. Get a little traction going. Nice. Slowly inch them back in. Walk it all the way up. You're going to curl your toes under and you're going to come back into a ball. And you're going to hang out right here. I want you to pay attention to your ankles. And again, if you can't hold this position, go right back down into a position that you can. We're going to stretch out the Achilles tendon, the arches of your feet. Maybe you push a little bit more on the right and the left. Just doing a little shifting, just feeling it out, seeing how it feels. Good. Hands come in close. Push on up. Our first forward fold. If you're off your mat, bring yourself back on. I'm going to ditch the hat. When you're down, make sure you have a generous bend in your knees so your hands can touch. Okay, so however that looks like for you, tuck that chin down. So if you're like this, so your hands can touch, that's totally fine. Nice. Bring your hands to shins and come nice, super flat back. Forward fold down, hands to the floor, out a little bit, drop the knees, take the knees out wider than the mat and come into a full child's pose. Think about sinking your armpits down to the mat. Think about letting your lats release. So many good moves, so many good benefits to a good child's pose. Think about everyone's hips melting down into the mat right now, getting closer and closer to the earth. Everyone take a nice deep breath in and an audible exhale out. Walk those hands up and in. Bring those knees together, curl the toes under, come into that ball again. Hang out here. Good. Hands back to the feet. Drop the heels, forward fold. Soft bend of the knee, whatever that needs to look like so your hands can touch. Some might be here, some might be straighter. Now, while you're down here, I want you to just shake your head gently. No, turn it to the side. Shake it, yes. Awesome. Engage your core, soften the knees, and I want you to take your hands off the mat and grab your elbows and go into ragdoll. Gentle, gentle swing to the side. See how that feels. And if you don't like it, you can always put your hands on your shin and give yourself some support. Center it out, hands down, walk it on out. Meet me in plank. Now, if this is a move that you can't do and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die, I want you to drop to your knees and come into plank here. Just make sure your ear, your shoulder, and your hip and your knee are all in one straight line. So this is not, no, and this is not, that's not it either. Nice straight line. Curl the toes under, come up into plank. If you are down on your knees, shoot the butt up nice and high, come into a downward facing dog. Now our fingers are really, really spread. We're gripping the mat to take it out of our wrists. We're taking our heart and pushing it through our thighs. Relax the heels down. Let's walk the dog a little bit. One side, then the other, nice. And hold still, heels down, grip the mat. Awesome. Come back into plank. Come back to your knees. 2 tailbone tucks. Just 2. See if it's moving just a little bit more. Nice deep breath in. Feel the abs drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round. Flip it all the way up. Exhale, round. Awesome. Walk the hands back to the thighs. Come on up nice and slow. Good. From here, I want you guys to either stay and embrace this move, hands coming out in front, pushing the hips forward, getting a nice open stretch through the quad and the hip flexor. If you can, toes under. We're going to start off here, engaging everything through the rectus abdominis. Hips are pushed forward, quads are getting a deep stretch. And if you want, take the right hand back, left hand back, drop the head. Again, you don't have to come here. Now you're going to slowly and carefully lower your butt down to your heels. Get a nice deep stretch into the quads. Let's do that one more time. So again, you're either here, and when you come down, you're just going to come down like this. Sometimes you get a nice pop out of the knee too. If you want to come down onto your heels, relax the head if you want. If you don't want to, you can always keep it up. Slowly lower the knees down. All the way. Very good job. All right, we are going to, I'm going to face you guys. We're going to take that right knee down. If you need extra padding, double up your mat, okay? If you're not on carpeting or anything, if you have a little yoga mat or a gardening square, get that. Give yourself a little love on that knee if needed. We're going to take that left leg out in front. Left leg out in front. We're going to hang out here for a second. We're just going to take our hips and push them forward. We're going to see how tight is that. Now, if you don't feel stable, you can always take your hands out to the side. You can always go next to a wall and touch the wall next to you. I want you to feel how tight that is right now. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're like, I'm good. Maybe it's screaming right now. The more you sit, the tighter that hip flexor gets. Now we're going to take that left leg. We're going to come up to neutral. We're going to take it out to the side, and we're going to lunge into it. Pay attention to that left inner thigh. Maybe that's screaming. Maybe you feel it in the right. Come back up to the center. Take the left out. Come back to the middle. Good. Again, focus on both hips staying square. Bring it up, out to the side. Now see if you can pick up a little bit of a pace. You're going to come forward. And again, make that right knee comfortable. Don't try and grit through it. Stop, get a towel, get something to get some padding. You're going to take it over to the side. Nice. Then we're going to take it over. And then we're going to bring it up. In front. Awesome. Let's swap it out. We're going to give that right knee a break. Left knee comes down. Right leg comes up. And we're going to hang out here for a second. Let it give. Hips stay forward. Sit up nice and tall. Take a couple deep breaths. Audible exhale one more time. Good. And we're going to take that right knee out to the side. See where that needs to land. Awesome. Feel it out. And then bring it up. And we're going to go right back to the front with it. Good. And then back out to the side. Maybe you're going to hear some popping and some cracking. Good. Back up. Let's find a rhythm. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to go with this. Taking it over. Taking it forward. Keeping that core engaged. Loosening up the thighs and the hips. 2 more times. Awesome. Awesome. Last time. Front. And down. Very good job. Everyone meet me on your booty. Come on down onto your mat. Legs out in front. We're going to do our windshield wipers again. We're going to test and see where they're at right now. Let's just do 4 easy ones. And 2. And 1. Awesome. Scoot your booty back. Legs out in front. Lift up. Come down. Take a nice deep breath in. Arms come all the way up. Hands to touch. And we're going to exhale forward fold down. Now, because of all those standing forward folds we did, this should be pretty primed for you. Let that head go. This used to be my least favorite move ever. I used to just hate it. It just always hurt my neck. It hurt my back. Wasn't good at it. I definitely couldn't reach my feet. Use those hands, walk it up and help yourself. Inhale. Exhale, fold again. Taking your hands down. Maybe this time you can grab the top of your toes. Let that head fall. Let your hair, if you have long hair, let it just fall to the sides. If you don't have it tucked up like me, breathe into it. Drop the chin. Use those hands, slowly walk up. We're going to do it one more time. This is going to be your best one yet. Hands out to the side. Deep breath in. Exhale, come on down. Good. Hang out here. Relax. Relax into it. If your mind started drifting already to work or kids or food, whatever you have to go do right now, I want you to ground it. Bring it right back again. Use those hands. Walk yourself up. Awesome. Bring those hands behind you. Scoot yourself forward. Come onto the top of your sits bones again. Grab your shins, and we're going to lift up and up right, up left. Now from here, I want you to envision your pelvic bowl, and I want you to tip it under. Okay. Now, if this is too hard and you're like, oh my God, she's killing me, put your feet down onto the floor. If you can keep it up, we're going to warm up our core a little bit. So belly button is engaged, definitely pulling down. Round the pelvic bowl under. If you can take those hands off out to the side, come with me. If not, you hold on right here. If you need more help, you can always grab underneath and let your arms take over too. Good. We're going to lower just a little and then pull it right back up. Lower down just a little and pull back up. So a lower level might be right here. Okay. We're assisting.
Is it normal for the lower back to hurt when you do it?
You're definitely tight if it is. Your back is definitely trying to take over.
How do you keep it from taking over?
Strengthen your core and grab on. Give yourself help. Good question. Give yourself help. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Feet down, hands off. And we're going to lower all the way down. Let's release that lower back. Let's see if that helps a little bit, Amanda. Left foot out. Right foot comes in. You're going to take your right arm and hook it underneath. You're going to open it up to the side. Couple deep breaths. This move can be extremely easy for some people and it can be extremely difficult for others. If you want to take that hand out and gently put your hand on top and give it a little bit more pressure to open up, go for it. Again, we're not pushing. It's just gravity and the weight of your arm. Use your hands, bring it up to neutral, grab to the shin, pull that chin in, straighten that leg up, grab a hold of the ankle and the calf, bend the knee, flare the elbows, stretch it out. Good. Slowly walk it up. Take that knee. We're going to cross it right over to the opposite side. Adjust your hips if you need to. Right arm wide, left arm wide. Now remember, your right shoulder, when your right knee goes across, that's your safety net. So I don't want to see anyone twisting and it popping up. We're going to keep it connected. We're going to hang out here, arms wide to a T. You can take your neck and look over at your right hand if you want, or you can be neutral. We're going to breathe.
Get my knee down.
Good thing we're doing this then.
Huh?
Breathe into it. Let it give. And remember, it's not just about tight back tightness with this move. It has to do with the tightness of your hips and your obliques too. Everyone always thinks, oh, my back is so tight, I can't even twist. There's so much that goes into it.
I can feel it in my butt cheek.
Yep. Now you're really going to feel it. I want everyone to take your right foot and you're going to slowly start extending it out. And if you're like, she's crazy, I want you to lower your knee down and you're going to straighten it out right here. Okay. If you can, bring it on up. And then think about thinking that knee down. And then bring that knee in, help it out. Both feet on the floor, clear your hips, wiggle side to side. Good. And then we're going to grab a hold of the left knee, straighten out the right, and you're going to grab it right here. Again, this move can be super easy for someone and they're just like, this is easy. What are we doing? And then others, it's like, oh my God, I can only like grab it here. This is opening all through the inner thigh, the adductors to the body, where you're adding in.
Feels amazing, actually.
Now pay attention to your shoulders. Okay. Sometimes we get all like weird and like squished up when we do this. Everyone reset. Pull the shoulders down, creating space between the ear and the shoulder. Center your spine out again. If you want, you can take that arm out and hang out here with me. And again, we're not pushing, it's just gravity and the weight of our arm. Nice. Bring your thoughts back. Inhale and exhale. Ground yourself back to your yoga mat. We're going to use that hand, bring it in, curl it in, straighten it out, grab a hold of the ankle or the calf, bend the elbow, flare the elbows, or bend the knee, flare the elbows, bring it into your face. And then slowly release back up. We're going to bend that knee, take it over. Now, if you need to adjust yourself on your yoga mat, totally do it before you get into the move. There's nothing wrong with that. See where this one goes. Maybe this one doesn't go down as far. Maybe you need to do more rotational twists where torso goes left, bottom goes right. And you can do that seated. You can do it in your work chair. Just practicing that rotational twist. We're going to come up and do a couple of them in plank too. Left arm is out, right arm is out if you want it. Your left shoulder is your safety net. So make sure it's not hopping up just to get that knee down. We need to keep it connected to the floor. Hand is, or face is over to the left. Good. Slowly. If you need to use your hands to come out of it, come back to the middle. Place both feet on the ground. Lift your hips. We're going to do a little sway side to side. Good. Take that right leg, our big stretch. Take it over the left. This might be enough for some of you. Okay. And you're just focusing on pushing that knee away. Now you're going to slowly bring that knee up if you want to go level 2. So think of this as level 1. And a lot of men, this might be where you go and you work your way to level 2, and that's okay. If you want level 2, bring that knee up. If you want to start playing with it, hook the left, gently, gently push the right away. You can also thread the needle and pull them in. Let this give. If you drive a lot, sit a lot, those muscles, those glutes get so tight and these hips lock up. And when your hips lock up, it goes to your back. And when your hamstrings are tight, it goes to your back. So there's so many things that contribute to it. Unwind, unclasp the bottom of your foot. Okay, so we got our right leg up, bottom of your foot. We're going to slowly take over to the side. Now, if you don't trust your back, we're going to use our hands and we're going to help ourselves off. If you feel okay, we're going to take that foot down. Now, if you have yoga blocks, this is where they come in handy because you can take the yoga block and put it under here so your hip only goes here. If you have a towel, you can roll it up so it stops your knee to that point. This is a little bit more of an advanced move, so just do what you can with it. We're going to take that hand and slowly push away. This is tight for me. This is very, very tight for me. So if I'm making it look easy, it is not. I'm very tight up through my right hip right now and up into my obliques. Melt into it, melt into it. Try not to think, oh my God, when is she going to let us get out of this? Stay here with me. One more deep breath in. Exhale out, audible exhale. Nice. Slowly release. Use your hand, come on out of it. Feet on the floor, lift your hips up, clear them, get them reset again. Maybe a couple wiggles, right, left. Good, we're going to take that left foot up. Be patient with these moves. I know everyone's like, I don't have time for this. I should be getting this done. It's a Friday. Everyone comes back here. When you do these classes, put your favorite music on in the background. Have it just right on your phone next to you. Play some Mozart, play country, play whatever you want. Definitely helps keep your thoughts here. If you want to come up to a level 2, start lifting up that leg.
Are you doing this every Friday now, Melissa?
I'm going to try.
Okay, because I have Fridays off, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep, and we'll save it. We're going to put it up on my YouTube channel too, so you guys can grab that link and use it anytime you need to. This one's specifically for lower back and hips, which I feel like everyone needs. Push away gently, grab a hold. If you were able to thread the needle on the other side, do it. Let it give. You have to give it time to release. We can't do these moves fast. It's just like growing muscle. You can't be like, oh my God, 30-minute workout. Why aren't my muscles growing? It's the same thing with recovery. Now we're going to take that left foot going down to the ground, nice and slow. If you need to use your hands, use your hands. If you need to put a yoga block or a towel to stop, and that's good, go for it. If not, come on down. Maybe you're using gentle pressure, getting that hip away, that knee away. And the lower you go, or I should say the higher you go up on your hip with your hand, the more intense it gets. Okay, so if you're up here by your knee, I mean, it's not pleasant, but the lower you go, the more intense it gets. Everyone pay attention to your shoulders. Are you starting to shrug? Release, get it out. Nice, slowly release. Use those hands if you need to. Place the feet on the floor, clear the hips, lift them. Good. We're going to do a little Pilates with the core because we're going to come up into our plank and start flowing. So I want to make sure our core is nice and warm. And who doesn't love doing core? We're going to get super, super straight. We're going to take our arms all the way up overhead. We're going to take a deep breath in. Okay, everyone practice with me. Inhale, and we're going to exhale and move our arms out. When your wrists get over your shoulders, you're going to start to peel yourself up all the way. Now, I realize how easy I make that look. Inhale, and you're going to exhale and come on down. If you do this, and this is you, inhale, exhale, 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 my wrists get up, and you're like, I'm not getting up any harder. You stay right here and you hold it and you wait for us to come down. Okay. And then you come back down and release with us. Another option, bend the knees. Everyone inhale. And if you can completely do these right now while I go over the examples. Inhale, exhale. There it is. Start peeling. Maybe you grab just a finger and help yourself up. When you get to the top, you stack your vertebrae. Sitting up, all the way down. Maybe you need help on the way down. Don't let the hip flexors take over. Keep it right here in the core. Deep breath in. Here we go. Exhale. Peeling, peeling, peeling. No swinging, no swinging, no swinging. We stack. Exhale. Come on down. One more time. Inhale. Deep breath over the head. Exhale. When it gets there, we start peeling. No thrusting, no thrusting. And up. Stay right here. Place both hands next to you. Take the right over the left. Left arm comes up. Right across the right leg, and we're going to anchor it. Place that hand on the floor. Slowly rotate. You might get a couple little pops in this. Totally fine. If you feel any pinching or you're in like deep pain, come out of it. I want you to stay right here. Do not work through that kind of pain. If your arm is open, like mine, it's a bigger anchor. If your hand is closer to your body, the harder it is, more intense. If it's out here, it's a little bit easier. So you can play with this zone. We're going to inhale, exhale, unwind, both hands over a counter stretch. Nice. Bring it back to the middle, right leg out, left leg up and over. We're going to sit up tall. Right arm grows. Exhale, bring it down, anchor it into position, slow rotation, sitting up tall. Think about the space in your ears. Again, more intense, less intense. Figure out where you need that to be. Good. Back to the middle, nice and slow. Unwind. Bring those feet around. Meet me in downward facing dog. Okay, so whatever you need to do to get there. We're going to breathe as we get into the move carefully. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to curl our toes under. We're going to get there the right way. We're going to grip the mat with our fingers. They're spread so wide. We're going to push our heels down to the floor and push our heart through our thighs. If I was with you guys, my hand would be right here in the middle of your back and I'd be pushing you down. We're going to take that right leg up to the sky. Now, if this is your stop, this is where you go. If you can take it on up, Bring it on up with me. Slowly bring it down. Plant the foot. Left leg comes up. Bring it on down. Look up to your hands. Walk, step, hop, however you need to get there. Forward fold. To your shins. Flat back. Halfway up. All the way down. Roll it down. Look back. Take those hands to the floor. Bend the knee generously if needed. Step back into plank. Come up into downward facing dog. Gripping the mat. Spreading the fingertips. Take it out of the wrist. Take that right leg up. Good. Open up that hip. Bend the knee. Push equally into your hands. Rotate around. Take that foot. Step through your hands. Nice. We're back in that lunge. Place that left hand down. You can drop the knee if you need to. If not, stay up here. And we're going to take that right hand. We're going to rotate on up. And I want you to pay attention. Is it tight in the right shoulder? Is it tight in the back? Or do you have a pretty good rotation on this side? Breathe into it. Take it around back. Step that back leg through. If you want to flow with me, you can. So you can drop to your knees or you can stay on your toes. We're going to keep our elbows close, lower all the way down. Come up onto the hands. If you want to do a complete flow, you are more than welcome to. Come on down, hands next to your chest. Push yourself up. Meet me in downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips. Left leg comes up. Open up that knee. Open the hip. Belly button in. Rotate around, step through. Good. We're going to hang out here for just a second. Knee down if you need to, or you can keep the knee up. Plant that right leg. Slowly rotate up left. Nice. Bring it back down. Step that leg back. Meet me in plank. Flow with me if you want. Drop to your knees or stay on your toes. We're going to go completely through. Toes under. Meet me in downward facing dog. Nice. Right leg comes up. We're going to come up into lizard. We're going to bring that leg, foot outside of the right leg, or right hand, not right leg. We're going to drop that knee. I'm going to turn so you guys can see me. So right foot outside of right hand, and we're going to enjoy the stretch right here just for a minute. I love it. Push that knee out a little bit and hang out here. Now, if your lizard doesn't look like mine, that's okay. Maybe you're up here, okay? And it's just out there hanging out. You're doing the best you can. Maybe you can drop the hips and get a little bit deeper. And if you want, go to the blade of your foot, releasing that knee out. If you want to drop to your elbows, you can come on down. Again, you're on the blade of that right foot. Breathing into this move. Slowly bringing that foot down flat. Lifting up that back leg. Meet me in plank. Flow with me if you want, coming forward. And if you need to, you can come to the floor. Or if I do a cobra, that's totally fine too. Meet me in downward facing dog. Nice and slow. Awesome. Left leg. Let's take it up. Good. Step it on out left side of that left hand. Pay attention if you're tighter on the side. Give yourself a little bit more grace in that right hip if needed. Hang out here. And again, maybe you're here. Okay, this is totally fine. It's still working. In yoga, it's your practice. You don't have to look like anyone else. Just here to guide you. Go onto the blade of your left foot. Move that kind of on that. Onto the blade of your left foot. And if you went down on the other side, please try to come down this side. Try to match it. Engage your core. Stay right here. Good. Slowly bring that knee up. Good. We're going to step it on back and come into table. Complete that move first. We're going to rock side to side. So shoulders go right, hips go left, shoulders go left, hips go right. Center it out, and we're going to stay flat, and we're going to turn and look at that left ankle. Stretching through the right rib and the hip and the oblique. Come back neutral, other way. Yes, and back to center. Push that hip out. And center. And back out. And center. Drop the knees out to the side. Meet me in child's pose. Maybe shift your hips a little bit, right, left. Take your hands, walk it on up. Good, sitting up nice and tall. Bring the feet together. And we're gonna bring our elbows down onto the mat in front of us. Hands come down flat. You're gonna curl your toes under and you're gonna straighten your legs and come up. And if you can't, you're gonna stay right here. A nice deep stretch to the hamstrings. Drop your head, look at your toes. Bend at the knees, come on out, shoot your hips back, recover. Melt the armpits into the mat. One more time. Up onto the elbows, uncurl the toes, slowly straighten out the legs. Nice. And then bend the knees. Come on back. Awesome. Walk the hands up. Meet me on the mat. Booty down. Legs out in front. Let's do our final wipers. Right and left. See how we feel. Good. Let's use our mat as our guide. Take your feet out. Can you go a little bit wider than when we started class? Can you get your feet on the outsides of the corners? Sit up tall. Maybe wiggle a little right, wiggle a little left. Walk it on down onto the elbows. Hang out right here. Breathe. Good. And if you're not there and you need to just be here on your hands, it's totally fine. We're going to walk all over to the right leg. Hands are split. Melt forward. Let it release. And try to keep that left hip back and get a nice stretch through the obliques. Engage the core, slowly walk it back around. Split the hands. And again, hip coming back. Feel it through the obliques. Let your chest melt down. Belly button is engaged. Hang out here. I have to actively, constantly think about pulling that hip back because it just wants to come forward. And take it back up with your breath. Both feet coming together. Where did we start at? Where were your feet when we first started? See if they're coming in a little bit closer now. Maybe you can walk yourself in a little bit closer. Hinging forward. 3 times. Are you going a little bit deeper? One more time. Nice. Okay, we're going to finish with our deep hip. We're going to take our right leg onto the ground. And we're going to take the left leg wherever it needs to go. So maybe this is where you go today, and that's okay. Maybe you cross over. Okay, sit up tall. And this is where you hang out. Maybe you can take that ankle back, lift up, stack your knees. And the goal is to get knee on knee. And this is where you go. Okay, flex your feet, pull them in close, sit up tall. And just a little shimmy up top, just a little wiggle. Breathe into the move. Relax the knees down. You guys did really, really good today. Very proud of you. Look at that. We're 42 minutes in, somewhere over 100 caloric burn. Not bad. Bring it up. Take that leg out, unwind. We're going to take the left down and the right. Where does it need to go? Does it need to stay here? Can we cross it and it hangs here? Lift up. Can you get those knees on top of each other, flexing the feet, pulling them in tight. Melt into it. Awesome. And slowly relax, slowly unwind. Let's do our windshield wipers one more time. Oh, look at that. Smooth like butter. So smooth now. Nice. Meet me in crisscross applesauce. Lift up, get comfy, roll your shoulders up and back, sit up tall. Maybe take your hair out, let your hair down, whatever feels good at this moment. We're going to take that left ear up to the ceiling, right ear down to the shoulder, create some space, and really think about dropping that shoulder down. Breathe into it. Good. Slowly bring it up to neutral. And on the other side, create some nice, beautiful space here. So bring it back up to the middle. We're going to do a rotational twist one more time. Right hand up. Exhale into it. Right hand on left knee. Deep breath in. And exhale, left hand on right knee. Bring it back to the middle. Hands down. We're keeping everything away today. Only positive is welcome. Sit up tall. Good. Bring your hands together, your heart center. Take a nice deep breath. Shoot them up into the air. Turn the palms out. Push any negative away. Not today. No room. No thank you. Hands back to the center. One more time. Deep breath in. Feel it. Exhale. Hands go. Pushing away. Hands come back up. Scooping all the positive. Bring it into our heart. Thank you guys for doing yoga stretch with me today.